What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Foundry video. So, today we're going to continue our creation of these science packs. We obviously need to get enough to be able to do the next major step in the research process, which is pretty much there. Okay, cool. So, the next step that we're going to be doing here is basic steel making. So, we have everything we need, so we can go ahead and click start researching. This will provide us an opportunity to begin utilizing some different types of material and machines to best meet the needs of our future factory. So, a couple things to obviously note here. As you can see, these bad boys are all moving pretty good, pretty well, pretty smoothly so far. But that, the conveyor belts do slow down a little bit, which is okay. And then, of course, the building blocks slow down. So really, as we kind of continue going through that point, we'll just have to figure out good solutions to not let that be backed up. And of course, we have our, basic, our basic one right here, which in theory, we could set up another one to do pretty much something similar. I don't think there's a way to access the. I really wish I would have planned this a little bit better. But what I could do is instead I could do this right here, craft another assembler, and then put it right here, kind of on the other side, and then just have these split off, come in and basically feed another assembler. That will provide us with an opportunity to be able to better suit the needs of, well, we'll just do it right here. Better suit the needs of what we're going to be doing. So let's do this one, and then we'll do, we'll do this right here, and then we'll do the same thing over here, where we'll just take this one out, and then we'll rotate this around to this way. And then now, as you can see, all we have to do is just build 2 more loaders, which I don't think we have any, so we'll just build 2 more of you. And it's pretty much the exact same way over here, and then we'll just kind of plant those how we got them. So yeah, pretty simple maneuver that we just got to do. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Pretty simple for us to do here. We'll just have to make sure these are aligned properly. Like so. Like that. And then now, these will intake. And then we can come right here. We can do configure assembler. And then we can allow it to begin creating our science pack ones. So this will help us out significantly as we kind of go forward. Having these balancers here definitely will play a significant role in the development of our multiple science packs that we're inevitably going to need. And of course, let's go grab all the other ones that we have made up. I'm just gonna la-di-da-di-da, like that, and like that. And then now that's another 14 science pack 2s. And this is only gonna get even crazier whenever we inevitably have the third one unlocked, which if we go back here, that's actually not too far away if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here. So right now we're on basic steel making. When we go into Science Pack 3, you can see all the prerequisites for what we're going to need prior to being able to unlock Science Pack 3. So of course, on top of basic steel making, we are going to need piping, and we're going to need a mineral rock scanner. We are going to also need explosives for the mineral rock, and then we're going to need ore refinement, high voltage energy grid, and then concrete production. Now, of course, these prerequisites do not necessarily mean that these 3 only need these 3 pieces. So if we go to ore refinement, you can see the only thing it needs is basic steel making. But if we go to high voltage energy grid, that's going to need piping. All right. What about piping? Let's see. So I guess actually that is pretty much on par, so that's not too bad. But if we do concrete production, we're going to need the mineral rock. Okay, so that's not terrible. There are other prerequisites for things that you're not necessarily going to see. For instance, this right here, to create a drone miner, it does actually show you everything that you're going to need beforehand. So I guess it isn't too difficult to understand. But yeah, so pretty much we're on the right path. We're obviously very early in game, so as we move down, you can clearly see, like down here with the fracking tower. The fracking tower will take ore veins, and they can be converted into infinite ore sources by the continuous use of fracking, which is a pretty cool little piece of it. And then, of course, there's a lot of prerequisites for that, such as needing 200 of each science pack, which is going to be crazy. Then, of course, you have mine veins. And pretty much at this point, we're going to have to start looking at our... where's it at? There's a specific thing I need here. Let's see. Let me... office furniture, nice. Trying to see, because there's a specific thing we'll need for this. You can kind of see the... oh, I do like this. That actually shows you what all you need prior to getting to that point. So you can see there's going to be a lot of craziness that we have to go through. Here we go. Mining Force 1. So this right here is pretty much going to be something that we're going to need to try to get to quickly, because this will allow us to drill and blast into deeper underground terrains, which will give us an opportunity to access those previously unreachable resources, i.e., this one right here, for instance. Thankfully, we do have a xenoferrite ore to our east. So if I actually look that way here, you can see it's going to be over here in that little area right over there. Now, the next question is do we have any technum ore deposits or technum nodes that are just not visible to us right now? Of course, one of the big things about this game is that you have to just explore the map and explore the regions and explore a little bit more about the different areas to kind of get a better understanding. You can see it does open up. We do have more ignum ore up there, which is nice. But that's not necessarily what I'm looking for when it comes to new or more ore capabilities. I'm really needing technum, because technum is going to be one of those things that is absolutely going to be a requirement, especially moving later into the game. And you can kind of see there's one down here, and there's some unknown resources right there. That's on the other side of the water, which I haven't actually, like I said, I haven't actually spawned in an area where there was a large body of water like that. So that's going to be an interesting type of, it's going to be interesting to get to. I don't know how swimming and everything works as a robot. And I think you can actually get, if I'm not mistaken, you can get jetpacks in this game. I have to verify that. I'm not going to do a full, like, let's look through all of these to see if there are jetpack capabilities. I'm not going to do all that, but... oh, wait. Yeah. Jetpack. There we go. It's obviously going to be a little bit before we actually get to that point, just because of the fact that jetpacks are probably a pretty... I mean, they're going to require Science Pack 3s too, so... So having multiple assemblers like that is going to help out significantly to allow us to continue kind of keeping our science packs loaded. But let's talk a little bit about what we can do to automate our science packs getting, automate this process, or automate the science packs themselves getting put into our research. So while I'm not going to do that while that's going on, oopsies. Oh wait, copy, that's right. So if I do this, not enough research server. Okay. I could make one, but I'm not gonna. Don't ask questions. But what we could do, in theory, is... God. just ate and it's stuck in my throat. Dang it. 5. There we go. Okay. So you can see right here, a good potential thing that we could do here is just build out the research station down here rather than kind of keeping it way over there. Now, getting these over there is going to be a little bit of a struggle, but, you know, we'll figure it out. Let me grab some more stuff to make more building blocks while we have these all loaded. So let's do 100 more or so. Should be fine. And then, of course, we'll do this right here. We'll bring it out to about right there. Should be okay. And then we will grab our these guys. We'll do that. And now those, once we hit these to output, we'll begin pushing out our science pack 2s down here. So this is kind of where things are going to get a little crazy. So obviously me doing this and building the research station out, or putting the research station out here, is going to block us from being able to expand any more assemblers for our science pack 2s. Because if you actually look at this, we're out of iron plates for those. So that is one thing that I am going to have to fix here. So let me see. So I am going to need to do this. One of those. Looks like everything's good. Okay. So let's do this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll do that. And now we'll do output priority is going to be that way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab you. We're going to plop you down right there, and we're going to put you there, and then we're going to do output. And those are 2 separate ones, so this should speed up that process a little bit to kind of keep our building blocks being built. So yeah, cool. All right, so now that we have that done, let's go ahead and take this bad boy out. And then we'll bring it over here where, okay, not what I meant. I keep pushing Q for some odd reason. I'm not entirely sure why. And we'll do this right here. And now I'm going to build another one of these and a couple more of those. And then that. Boom. And now you'll slowly see the science pack 2s are going to, well, I guess not. I don't know why they're not going in, but whatever. Oh, probably because it doesn't necessarily need that many, whatever. So we have still making now, which is pretty good. Let's take a let's research here and see what else we can start the process on. We do have this. Now I'm going to actually kickstart this one, and this is going to require 50 of each. So now let's see how many science pack 1s we have. We have plenty enough to get us to 50 on that aspect. So when we do that, now we just need to collect all of these guys, which those guys will go in over time, so it should be fine. Now, of course, like I said, getting the science pack 1s over there is going to be more of a challenge just because of how I have everything laid out, which is perfectly fine. It's not a necessity. But let's take a look at what we need for the crusher. So the crusher is going to require a couple things. Obviously, we already have everything we need. We have the assembler 2 being made right now. Okay. So let's do this. I don't remember what the crusher is here for, what we actually do with the crusher. So let's take a gander, shall we? Configure. Okay. So this is going to require xenoferrite ore rubble and ore rubble. So that's just going to make our, well, where's it at? It's going to make our blend, which we then use to turn into steel beams. So a good solution for that would be to do this, create more of these, build out another layer of, well, stuff here. Let me get rid of this rock. And then pretty much connect it over to our, the ore that we have over at our power bank. And that will allow us to basically just communicate those two together, which thankfully is not that far away. That was a struggle in my last world or my last save that I was using, was that I was too far away from pretty much anything. Like all of my ore nodes were like a decent distance away from each other, so it made it hard to really be able to do what I needed to. So yeah. So now what we'll do here is we'll do this and we'll bring it out this way. I think 20 times 4. Okay. We have 14, which is that. Okay. And now we just need to keep going it that way. And then we should have some more of these that are not being used, which we do, so we can go ahead and grab those. Oh, look, he has a little assignment for us, or research thing for us. What you got, bud? Okay, high voltage power.
Corporate guidelines say we're using suboptimal energy generation methods. Only steam turbines provide maximum efficiency. We need to fix that.
Okay, so we have to research some more stuff, which shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so now that we have this, we could, in theory, drop another. We're actually going to drop the crusher. I guess we'll be good right here. I think really what we'll have to do here, because it's saying it wants us to do, let's see. Yeah, right here. So we'll have to do piping for that, which won't be too difficult. But we do get a third lane loader, we get a hanger gate, we get escalators, and we get filter loader, which I think is actually it'd be a pretty beneficial thing to have, because it'll let us kind of filter out whatever we do and don't need to be able to kind of maneuver with. So yeah, let me make one of these. We're going to do this now, like that. And then my drone station is going to go right here. Now we do need 4 more loaders, for obvious reasons. And now we also need another balancer. And you'll understand why here in a second. We'll do that. Order those around. Do that. And do that. So now we're going to get rid of you and you. And we're going to do this right here. And then the output's going to be, there's no real priority that I want here. So do this. And then we'll do this. We'll plop down that right there. And then we will do this right here. Whoopsies. Okay. So now we will have that coming in. And last but not least, we'll do the same thing over here. Which we will need more of you. Okay. Okay. So now we'll have that coming in. And then, of course, we'll just expand it around from there. We'll have, once these are kind of built out, we'll then build a smelter over there, and the smelter will pretty much do the rest. Now, this is where things get a little crazy, because now you see we have a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of drones working. Unfortunately, this is going to go away pretty quickly, so we are going to need to make a, we're gonna need to strategize this a little bit to make sure that we are being proper with everything. So, yeah, fun times. Fun times. Now, because I did keep these two separated, I can still expand out with my burners, so it's not an issue. But yeah, so let's do this. Let's get rid of these off of there. There's auto adjust. That's ignum rebel. Let's do that. I'm not entirely sure where is that going. Oh, I just pushed the wrong button. That makes sense. Okay. I guess what we can do here then is this. I do need to actually go grab more of these. Okay. And we can go ahead and start smelting these down to make what we need. So we're not just letting those idly just fill up, I guess. We'll do that. We will then create our small smelter. And then boom. We will now have everything. We'll now have steel beams being built. Yeah, that's the word. You can basically see how much of the stuff is being utilized just based on the steam. Our systems over here are running through however quickly they can. We are getting a decent amount of steel beams. I don't really know what steel beams are going to be really used for right now, but I know that when we start getting further into the recipes, we will see more steel beams, or steel beams is a requirement for things. Like the assembler 2 will require advanced machinery parts. Only 6 of them, so not too bad. And it will also require a full assembler. So we should probably go ahead. Well, we don't. We can go ahead and make that. It kind of just make one, because I actually want to just do one for right now. And the one I'm going to do is probably going to be one of these ones over here, probably this one, and then turn it so that it's facing the same way. But yeah, so I think we're pretty much on the right path now. A couple of things that I do want to do is, especially if we, if we ever get like an elevator of some sort or a lift, I definitely want to be able to utilize that to a point to where it's beneficial and it allows us to move resources between floors. I think that's a possibility. I assume that's a possibility. I'm not sure. But really what I should be doing here is planning out a new solution for how we're going to feed our basic science packs into our research station, rather than having to come over here and grab them constantly. Now I am curious, this one's actually taking pretty long to create the stuff. So what I think I could do here is this, and then craft 2 more of those. Maybe put one right here on this one, and then one on the first one, and then basically do a 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically do a a multi-chained connection between the different things. So first and foremost, we'll start off with this one right here. We'll do 6, and then we'll do that. Then we'll do one right here. And then we'll do... Wait, I need to get rid of that one too. And we'll do that right there. And then we'll do... well, we could, in theory, bring that one over here. So let's make a bunch more conveyors, and then we'll give this a try. I kind of want to see how this works, because I haven't done this before, so I'm not entirely sure. Oops. And then last but not least, nope, not what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So now I should be able to do output for each of these. That should speed up. Oh boy, looky there. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Anyway, okay. So now we have assembler 2, which means let's come over here and let's grab this one real quick. And then we will do 6 advanced machinery parts, which means we need some steel beams, which we do have. Right there. And then now we just have to click that, and that will begin the process of crafting them. And then once it's done, we'll be able to plop the bad boy right here. Eventually. I think it's only doing the... Yeah, it's only doing the steel beams, thankfully. So now we can do this, and then we can do this, and do this. And then we click Configure Assembler 2, Science Pack 2, and now it will begin bringing in the buttes. So this one we are missing our these guys. So what we'll do here is instead of popping those over in that one, we'll do this right there, and then we'll do this right here instead. We place one right here, and then we'll do so now that should help out a little bit, kind of get us back on track. So that should be okay, because we're running out of stuff right there. But yeah, see how much faster this one is whenever it gets to the point. Oh, that's a lot faster. Okay. So yeah, you can see we're still not using a lot of power, so that's good. Research interface. So the next thing we're going to start researching here is going to be our piping. It's going to be 50 and 50, so we definitely have enough Science Pack 1s. Now we just need to get our Science Pack 2s up. Unfortunately, these back ones over here are not really getting the love they deserve, because these guys right here are pretty much just constant, like just staying, like just moving stuff, like keeping moving stuff through, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't think I have 50 of these. Actually, I do. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Then we'll do this, and then we will plop, and then yeah, so we're good. So we're gonna let piping kind of do its thing. We're gonna let that load up. Keep letting this stuff over here kind of build up, and yeah. So I think we're not that far into it. Thankfully, we still have a long ways to go before this node is completely dry, and hopefully by then we are looking pretty good. Now, another thing I need to keep an eye on is this over here. Make sure this node doesn't get completely destroyed too, because it's a pretty big size node, but I want to just make sure that we're, you know, always staying on top of things. We do have another one up here that we can utilize if we need. But I prefer not to start moving up there until we're getting somewhat close to the struggle bus, I guess is the best way to put it. I guess the other thing we can do here, since in theory, let me see, we do have, oh, seriously, it did actually keep, I guess it didn't use this assembler that was already in here. Anyway, not that one, this one. Let's go up and let's take a gander here. Chemical processing. Now, escalators. Use escalators to increase movement speed. Okay. Incinerator. Pumps. Okay. Walkways. That'll be useful. Stairs will be useful. So I'm pretty sure you can do 2 at a time, but I don't know if I want to risk that right now. Even though I think I have plenty. I think I'm doing pretty good on both pack 1s and 2s. These are all backed up. These are slowly making their way. Manage inventory. I could just do this. Fill that up completely. Let those back up all the way. And do this there, and then right there. Those will let those kind of back up significantly, and then of course these are only using those, so that's good. Manage inventory. Don't want to use those because I might need them. Let's see here. Now, there is something that I'm doing that could be considered wrong, I guess. Wait, what happened here? There was a loader. What are you talking about? There was a loader there. Did I get rid of that by mistake? Ooh, I might have. I did, I'm going to be honest, I did actually think of something that could make things a little bit more interesting, I guess. That actually makes sense why those weren't loading in properly, or all these weren't loading up effectively. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, it doesn't really matter now, but manipulating the lines to be more of a manifold rather than just how they are, because how they're going is kind of, I don't know. Manifolds don't make any sense to me. I don't know if I actually put a loader right there or not. I'm curious. Will I get hurt if I go in water? Surprisingly, no. Do I have oxygen? I don't know. I guess I'm a waterproof robot? Interesting. Let's go to the desert real quick. We're going to let piping just do its thing. I'm just going to go this way and just explore. See, in this game, there's no monsters, or there's no like enemies that you have to fight, or animals that you have to take out, or anything like that. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if they're going to add anything like that in the future. I doubt it, but this game is still in early access, so there are a lot of opportunities for this game to have more exciting features and more exciting things added into it. But really the best thing to do here is just roam, you know, like exploration is very critical to the development and the continuation of your factory. I don't think there are trains in this game, not yet. If there ever will be trains in this game, there might not, but there might be. You never know. But alas, for some odd reason, it is not actually unlocking this area. There we go. It just took too long. So more ignium ore, more xenoferrite ore, which is up there in the mountainous region, which shouldn't be too difficult to get to. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying to get... I'm going to try to see if Quex wants to join in on the next one. I know both of our work schedules are kind of wonky. Well, mine's not. I pretty much go to work, come home around the same time. But his is a little wonky, so we have to just be careful and be mindful of... Or not careful, but we just have to be mindful of timing whenever we're planning these things. So... But doing this could potentially allow us an opportunity to be able to make it a little bit... It would make it easier for both of us if we're both playing. So I found the xenoferrite ore and the ignium ore. Interestingly enough, they're like right next to each other. This would actually probably be a pretty good place to build a... Hold on, let me just mark this on the map. There's another little section over here. Granted, this one's unreachable. Steel factory, question mark? Because if you think about it, if we do a steel factory right there, then we can basically just, instead of using the the annoying ore over here at our base, either of them, we could just focus on using the one up there. And then we could try to get it somewhat automated back down to our base somehow. Conveyors or things like that. There's a lot of options and opportunities available to us here. So we just have to just be mindful with it. So now if we continue going out this way, you can see we do have some more ignium ore up there. Really what I'm really curious about is what is up this way. It's a pretty big map. I don't know how big the map in and of itself is, but it is, I think, from what I've heard, it is a pretty big map. So there is quite a bit to explore. Alas, you can't just like make a house or a base or anything. It's all factory based, all factory building, and not necessarily anything particular towards like walls or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen anybody do anything too crazy with this game, but again, I haven't seen every video on YouTube that's been made of this game. And I'm not sure what the developers... I know there is a roadmap available. I haven't actually looked at it. I kind of want to, but if I look at the roadmap, I feel like I'll get a better idea of what is coming in the near future. So let's see here. Map. Still waiting for this to load. Still waiting for this to load. There we go. I have to actually use the scanner to load it. So there's another unknown resource right here. Not entirely sure what it is. Is this going to give me biomass? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I Googled it, and there is no roadmap available right now. And I also did see there are capabilities of making walls to actually build factory foundations and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. So I stand corrected. But you can see up in the top right, we are at 50% towards piping, which is pretty good. I don't know if there's a better way. There's a way to speed that process up. I think it's just 15 seconds, or there might be a way to speed it up in the future with other things that we have to research, of course. But I don't know. We shall see. So yeah, I'm curious how much this is going to give me. Only 38. That's not much at all. All right, so now we're back at the base. I do have a somewhat of a roadmap pulled up. So from what I can see, upcoming in 2024 is Science Tier 5 expansion, Science Tier 6, more space station features, which is that bad boy up there, machine tuning, advanced power plants, new decoration pieces, critters, blueprints, usability UX, and world updates. There's also something coming in the future, which there's no like timeline. It just says in research, trains, farming, critter related gameplay, pressure mechanic, and character equipment. So I'm curious to see or to know what those are about, and I'm curious to see if there are, you know, if it's going to be a. Honestly, I'd really love trains. As much as I've never really used trains in any of my other videos or anything like that, I'm really excited for the trains aspect of it, because it's like these games rely on some type of automation. So we have basically gone through, let's see, as far as I'm aware, with the updates as of right now, posted more content. Here we go. Okay. This was on June 28th, and there hasn't been at least from what I can see, there hasn't been any new updates since then. Wow. Cool. Oh, that is really cool. New colorizable doors. New lights. Escalators. Liquid cargo ship. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. They've done a lot, and I'm really excited to see how much more they adjust with the game. Like, I'm very, very new to all of this automation stuff, but I think what we should do is we should start the process of kind of expanding our base a little more than what we already have it at. So right now we have a decent amount of space here for our assemblers and our research table, or our research station, which is 68%, almost 69% done with piping. There we go, 69%, almost 70%. Please get 70%. 70? 70? Not yet? Okay. There we go, 70. So basically, if we can expand out our base enough, we should be able to effectively set up zoning, like zoning regions, or like zone everything out efficiently. And the reason I say zone everything out, and this, I know that may sound a little weird and confusing, as I don't normally speak like that, but really what I'm talking about when I say zoning things out is similar to what I'm doing in my Satisfactory playthrough. Setting up different floors to be different layers of factorying and automation. Yeah, automation. Again, we don't have. I don't see a way to do. To move things up like directly, like basically pull it straight from here and then move it up directly. I don't see how we can do that as of right now. But I also am not extremely smart when it comes to these types of things, so you just have to bear with me. But yeah, so let's grab you guys, and I think to over here, this one, you guys. And then we'll go do the same thing on the end pieces over here, because we're not using these last two. And then now we'll just make 300 of these, and now we have, let's see, 50. Sheesh. That one's made. I'm going quick. All right, cool. Let's see where our science pack ones are at. 30 and 31. That's 61 of those. Nice. Cool. See how many. 240. So I think right here will be okay once it plops me. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have a little bit more space over here. Okay, so we're at 95% now. Wow. Let's go ahead and just grab all of these while we're waiting. We're almost done with piping, which means we're almost getting to that point. Since I know we have enough stuff here, let's go ahead and begin the process of figuring out what we want to do next, which is going to be this one. It's going to require 50 of each. Once we finish the piping, we'll be able to go ahead and start this research. But we do need a high voltage energy grid to be able to make our Science Pack 3, which is inevitable, going to require some pipes, concrete, and advanced machinery parts, which of course we're going to have to do some adjustments with how we have our current setup. We're also going to need some other things such as ore refinement, which requires 60 and 60. I mean, pretty simple, which actually, interesting. Yeah. I'm going to start with high energy grid first, though. So once it's done here, we'll click start research. That's the longest 100% ever. Okay. And then now we do this. I wonder if I do this. Okay, it will actually overtake what I'm already researching. Okay, cool. So we now have more things that we can create. Pipe intake, pipe, plumber, a plunger, I mean. That's what it looks like at least. But we don't get the next piece until we do the high voltage energy grid, which is coming up. I don't know if... Wait, yes, actually. I don't know why I forgot about this. So there's actually another thing that we can do here. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm actually going to get rid of this. And then we're going to do this real quick. Because I just remembered that there is a really cool thing we can do to speed up this process. It completely slipped my mind. And it's okay that it slipped my mind, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. But it does absolutely play a huge effect into, well, what we're doing here. So, and it will absolutely make things so much faster in the long term. So basically, you can see here at the left, you have state researching 20 seconds to process one of each required items concurrently. Total research servers 3, active research servers 1, maximum research speed is 300%. Now, if I do this and have a total of 4 research stations, and I do this right here, oh wait, I need to craft one more. It'll go up to 400%. So once we get this one done, we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and we'll go all the way down to the end right here. And the reason for that is because now what we can do is we can do this right here, where we basically go through and grab our Science Pack 1s. And we do that, and now you can see total 2, so we're actually going 200%, which is going to increase the speed. Not significantly, but it'll increase it enough to make it a little bit more efficient for us. But to speed up this process even more, what we can do is we can actually separate a couple more of these guys into crafting more of our machinery parts. So now what we can do is we can, in theory, do an assembler right here. let's do it right here. And then what we'll do from this point is we'll do configure assembler, and then we'll go here, and then we'll do machinery parts. And now what we'll do here is pretty much set up. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. Actually, you know what? We're not going to put that right there. I'm going to put this. I'm trying to figure out the best place to put this. To make this more efficient. Let's see. Maybe if we put it right here instead, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these, and then we use this first one because this first one has a bunch. Come back over here, and then we'll configure this assembler to do more machinery parts, and then we'll do that, and then we'll connect these two like this, and we'll turn that to output. And then now this is going to turn into this, which now what that will do is we'll then take this and we'll do this. Now what that's going to do is it's going to send our machinery parts out, and that will oh. Whoops. And that will speed that process up. So let's grab you, and then we'll let those kind of do their things. They'll speed up a little bit, and then now we'll come back into you, and we'll plop you down in there, and now it's jumped up to 300%. So that will speed it up significantly. And I forgot all about this. I should have remembered this. This is not, this really isn't that difficult to remember. But now what I'm going to do is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And the reason for this is I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to take this bad boy out, and then I'm going to do, actually no, I want that right there. Never mind. JK, and then we're going to do in the middle ones here, right, like that. And then now we're going to take our beautiful, these guys, and then we're going to do this, and then we have to do this. And then now what we'll do is we will connect it right there. Oops. There. And then we'll come right here and we'll do this. And then now we'll do output on this one. And then of course we need to do the same thing over there. But what I'm going to do for that one is I'm just going to actually trying to think of the best method to do this. Let's do it this way instead. You'll see, you'll see. It'll be like this right here. Since I want that to come in over here, we'll put this one right here. And then we'll do this one right here. And then now, that. Okay. Cool. And then we will take from right here to right here with that guy right there. Y'all about to be mind blown. Watch this nonsense. This. that. And then we just need one more of these. This. Like that. And the output. Now we just need all of these to be made. Which I don't even know if that'll be enough, but I'm here for it. And then we'll just bring you down here to right here. Boom. Those will all be intake. Now what that's going to do is... Oh wait, I do need more. Ah, fun, fun, fun. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Do need some more. I don't need to be grabbing those anymore. Alright, so then we'll do 10 more of those. We just need to have, let's see, connected right there, and then the output will be that way. I think that's how that works. Anyway, so these will all go down, and then this will pretty much, this should work. I mean, they're getting everything they need, so I guess the only other thing I can think of is making 2 of these and changing out these 2 to be 2 of those. And now the reason I'm doing that is so that these in theory could then turn to 400%, which they are. And you can see we're pretty much done with our high voltage energy grid. That is beautiful. That is exactly what I wanted. Now we don't have any active research, which means now we can come back in here and we can begin the process of doing some different research, which what we're going to do now is we're going to do ore refinement. So yeah. So now let's grab these guys. And now what we're going to do here is I'm going to do this, and then this. And then now we'll configure to be pack 1, and then we'll do that. And we'll wait until that one's done down there in the bottom left before we take this one out. But this should speed up the process significantly to get us more data science or science pack 1s. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now we have both of those as assembler 2s, which are going to speed up the process, should speed up the process significantly, and should have us getting a bunch more Science Pack 1s kind of in there and operating smoothly. So, yeah. But yeah, that's, I don't know why I didn't even think about that. Quex actually told me about that. I didn't actually learn about that in game. Quex mentioned that to me, so thanks, Quex. Not recently. This was the last time we played. But yeah, so now we have more stuff to build. So we now have a boiler, which is where we have to start inputting water. We have a steam turbine. We now have a power pole, and we have a transformer. So there's a lot of new things that we do have here. These are high voltage energy capabilities, and we have power lines. But we're not necessarily there yet. So I know this little dude wants us to do high voltage. He wants us to build 2 boilers and build two steam turbines.
Corporate guidelines say we're using suboptimal energy generation methods. Only steam turbines provide maximum efficiency. We need to fix that.
Now, of course, with that, it's wonderful that we have all this water right here. It's a huge, huge plus. So I'm hoping, in theory, when I do this right here, this actually works in our favor. I don't know how the steam turbines and everything work, and I don't know how they look. So do need to go back and grab some more plates and rods. I should just be able to grab the rods directly from the excuse me, directly from the little storage container I have here. Beautiful. Now we do need plates. Okay. Okay. So we do have, let's see, auto sorts. We do have one boiler. So we need one more boiler. And then it said build 2 steam turbines as well. What do we need for that? Steel beams, which we don't have any more of, which, wow, I'm crazy. 1, 2, okay. So obviously we need more, I think we're going to need more foundations over here, or building blocks down here. So, woohoo. Let's just build it out this way. Okay. Let's see how big these are going to be. So we'll do this. Those aren't steam turbines. Those aren't boilers. That's a boiler. Okay. So I do need more this way. Okay. And then, of course, we have the pipe and trees back here. Like right here. Cool. I wonder how much... Okay. Huh. Cool. Now, my next question... Crazy question. Hope you're ready for this. My next question is pulling the power from... Here, I could just use the power poles. I don't have to go fully all the way like with foundations over there. I assume I could just connect the power poles over here and then connect it to a power pole over there, obviously with multiple power poles between each. And then, of course, we have steam turbines, which I want to see what the steam... Oh, my goodness. What do you have in you? Let's see. So, yeah, we definitely need a lot more... a lot more stuff to be able to do that. So yeah, we'll have to build some pipes too. We need steel beams for that, of course. Just not too difficult to do, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's do this. Turn our light on. Yeah, see, still pipes are doing pretty good. Cool. Very nice. Okay. So obviously we need a lot more space for that. Which actually, hold on. Dude over here didn't... I don't know if he has an I don't know if we're done. If we can go talk... No, he doesn't actually... I built the 2. Is it just... Do I have to place them? Or how does that work? Build 2 boilers. Build 2 steam turbines. I did.
Corporate guidelines say we're using suboptimal energy generation methods.
I know.
Only steam turbines provide maximum...
Yeah, I know. We've already talked about this. I'm stupid. I get it. I'm working on it. Let's clear out this stuff right here. Fill grass. Because we're going to need a lot of space. A lot of space. Holy moly. I think 2 is all I needed for that. Yeah. Okay. And of course, that's not enough for this, though. So we'll do right there, and then we'll grab you. Grab you. Move you guys out of the way. I'm so sorry, trees. Y'all are great and all, but I have other things to do. And y'all are just in my way. Okay. What if I were to do this right here and then come back over here and then plop down one of you? Now, there is a pipe right here. Now, my question is, how does this work? No grid connection. Why are you right here? How did that happen? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So now there's a pipe right here, so I assume the pipe goes from there to there. Okay. So what if we did this right here and then brought it down this way? this. Build more of those. Okay, so we're done with that. While I'm waiting for those to finish up, and while I'm obviously struggling to figure out what I'm doing with the boiler and steam turbine, let's go back over yonder and let's research something, like start the next process for, wait, I don't have to. I can do that from here. What am I doing? So I need explosives. So that should be fine. Okay. Cool. I don't know why I came all the way back over here. I forgot that I don't have to come all the way back over there. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's working. All right. Cool. It worked out perfectly. Beautiful. Okay. So I guess I have to do it that way, but I don't, like, is there not a pipe input right there? There's not a pipe input right there. So I guess what we'll do is this right here. Let me create some pipes just to see how this looks. Is there not a way to curve the pipe? Like, how does, what? What? Guess there's not a way to curve the pipe? Am I going crazy? Okay, let's see. All right. Use the pipe intake to draw in water and output it into a connected pipe. The pipe intake needs to be fully submerged. It does not need water. Okay. Okay, so what if we were to put this, I guess, like, oh, not that one, not that one, that one. Beautiful. So we do it right there. That is fully submerged. You guys see that? That is fully submerged. Okay. Now we push F1 and we go back down here to pipes and liquids. Okay. Pipes are needed for the transportation of liquids and gases. They can only hold one unique type of liquid and gas. There are multiple pipe shades, straight, curve, crossings. They can be toggled by holding. Ah, okay. So now this one, we're going to do R, not R. We're going to do T. And then I hold down this. Ah. That's how I do it. Okay. Okay, so I want this to be over here. Okay. I want this to be kind of even with this right here. So right there. This is new to me, so only slightly crazy. Okay. Okay, so I figured out how to do curves. Got it. Not the right button. There we go. Okay. So now, I forgot I had two right here. Missing fuel. Manage inventory. Place burnable item. What if we just, let me do that. It's not working. And then now we've done that. So we'll do this one. It's not working. No grid connection. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so it's not. Oh, you know why? I also realize this is not going to work the way I want it to, just because the fact that Well, that would be blocked. Okay, so now, so it's right here. This, and we'll do wrong button again. There we go. It's not what I meant to do. Go one more over. Okay. Interesting. Still not pulling in water. Oh. So, because this is the output. I see. Maybe I should learn to read. Who would put the output on the back like that, though? That's so strange. Such a weird place to put the output. Whatever. All right, so it is slowly building up with water. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I guess another question, input steam. Okay. Had to make sure. All right, so now we got that. We can do concrete. God, this is going a lot quicker than I expected it to. So still no grid connection. Now, let's say we do this. That is going to begin the process of blowing steam into this. Still saying no grid connection. I assume this needs power. I assume the... hold on, let me verify this. Let's see. And that's going to be our boiler and turbine. Okay. Yeah, so it does need power. Boilers and turbines can be used to create power more efficiently, but it requires a more complex setup. First, you need a pipe intake at a water source. Got it. To draw in water. Second step, the water needs to be moved to the boiler, which will convert it into steam as it is supplied with burnable items. Got it. Okay, I think. Finally, the steam goes into the turbine, which creates high voltage power. Okay. Oh, you know why? Hold on. Let's go grab some more items. Some more rods and plates and steel beams. I don't need any more of those. I just need more plates. Okay. No space in character inventory. Shut up. Okay. Now, we're going to... Whoops, wrong button. We're going to create a transformer and you, and then we're also going to create you. Got it. Okay. Are we going to have enough space in the in our inventory for that? Okay, I guess this one right here will go... I guess we'll put this one like right here. Let's see. Okay, cool. Interesting. That's kind of crazy. All right. So current output is 0, so it's not actually blowing any steam. So this is not a terrible way of doing things, but a little inefficient at times. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. That is going to be a lot of energy, I think. I guess the next step is to test it by moving it over here and seeing if any any cable connections work properly. I don't know what they connect to. I guess that's a question that I'll have to get answered soon. I don't know if this little doodoo is going to tell me I still need to build 2 steam turbines. Okay. Well, I did build. I just haven't placed them down. That's right. Okay. So let me place down the second steam turbine just real quick. Finish this dude's little quest for me. I will come back for that, though. Watch him be like, oh, yeah, you didn't finish. Oh, I'm going to be so mad if I have to leave them down before I talk to him. Oh, are you serious? Come here.
We are now compliant with the guidelines. Great work, team. BB, do you have any updates on Mission Command? What? How can the analysis say that the Mission Command space station was destroyed nearly 32 years ago? How can that be? Why has our drop pod only launched just now? You need to continue digging through the archives.
Interesting. Well, that's a story. Ooh. So that's an efficient way of building up more resources. But I guess the one thing I do want to check here is I want to see how that all connects over here. If it connects to the foundation and if cable can actually reach that distance. I guess what we'll do here then is we'll do that. We'll do this, and then we'll plop those guys in there. Concrete is done, which means now we can begin the process of researching our Science Pack 3. Beautiful. All right, so let's make some more cables. I don't know how long these cables can be. Okay. So I guess they have to... Wow, these don't go that far. Interesting. Okay, so grid status. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a gander at what is capable, what is able to be plugged in over here, I guess. I don't actually know what can be plugged in. None of these can be just plugged in. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right. So now we have cement, gravel, concrete recipe. We also have a casting machine. Interesting. Don't know what this one is, but let's take a gander, shall we? This is steam turbine. I don't need that. forgot my... Oh, that's a lot. Holy moly. It's taking a long time. Let's see here. So this opens up a variety of different areas too, but that's awesome. We made it pretty far in this one, I think. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to let the science pack keep doing its thing on the back end. I'm going to figure out this whole power situation off recording and try to figure out what exactly I'm doing, because I don't know what's going on. So yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. If you liked the video, and go ahead and hit that like button. If you didn't like it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do differently to make these videos more enjoyable for you guys. And with that being said, thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodaloo.